In this video, we're going to talk about 4 different subtraction strategies.
The first strategy is called subtracting in parts, and it's similar to an addition strategy we used where we're going to actually break apart into place values. So we're going to start with our largest number, 3,726, and we're going to subtract by place value. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to subtract 1,000 from that 1,584. So we'll subtract 1,000 and we will get 2,726. And if you look down at the number line, you'll see that we can actually start on the right hand side at 3,726 and go backwards minus 1,000. And now we're going to subtract 500 from 2,726. And we will get 2,226, and that's going on the number line, and we'll be going back we'll be going back 5. We'll be going back on the number line 500, subtracting on the number line by 500. Next, we're going to subtract 8 tens, which is 80, and we will get 2,146, and we on the number line went back 8 tens or 80. And so you'll see we've gone backwards on the number line. And then lastly, we'll subtract our 4 ones. 2,142. And it's a little bit difficult to write on that number line, but you'll see we can go back 4 ones. So basically we'll be taking that second number, also known as the minuend, and we have broken it apart into its place value to subtract it.
Our next strategy is called adding up. You're actually going to only use addition in this problem. You're going to start with the second minuend, which is 1,584, and our goal is to get to the 3,726. So I'm going to start by adding in groups of thousands. So if I add 1,000 to that, I'm at 2,584. I'm going to add another 1,000, and now I'm at 3,584. And now I see that I cannot add another 1,000, so I'm going to try it in hundreds now. So I'm going to add 100, and I'm at 3,684. If I add another 100, I'm going to be over my number, so I'm going to add 16 because I know when I add 16 to this, it'll get me to 3,700. And you may not be able to see what I'm seeing, but you can figure out other things to make it easier for you to work with. So I'm at 3,700 now, and this is easy. From 3,700 to 3,726 would be a plus 26, and I'm at my final destination. Now what do? I take all of these and add them up, and it's my answer. So I've got 1,000, 2,000, 100, and then 16 and 26. So I know that 6 and 6 is 12, so I'm going to have to give 1 to the tens place. I'm regrouping, so I'm actually going to end up with 42. So my final answer is 2,142. The next strategy is changing the numbers. What we're going to do is we're actually going to keep from having to do any regrouping at all. We're going to shift the numbers on the number line. So right now, I've got 327 and I've got 502, and they are a specific distance away from each other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3 away from this number, but in order to take 3 from this one, I have to take it from this one as well. So all I'm doing is shifting these 2 numbers back 3. So it's going back 3, and this one's going back 3. They're still the same distance away from each other. So when I take away 3 from 502, I'm at 499. When I take 3 from the 327, I'm at 324. And those are the numbers I'm going to use to subtract. I don't have to do any regrouping. 9 minus 4, 5. 9 minus 2, 7. 4 minus 3 is 1. Remember, these aren't really single digits. These are the ones. These were really 9 groups of 10, 4 groups of hundreds, and so on. This helps you, especially when you have like problems where it's 1,000 minus something. If you will shift it back, this one I could shift back 1, it would be at 999, and that will help me with whatever I'm subtracting so that I don't have to do all that cross out, remember to put a 9 here or a 1 here or whatever it is.
These strategies that we're showing you can be helpful. It's not that you have to do all of these strategies every time you do a problem, but they can be helpful to make you a better mathematician. They can help you with your mental math. They can help you if you get stuck on a subtraction problem. So we're about to show you the US algorithm, but just keep that in mind as you are seeing these different methods for subtracting. They can help you to be an overall mathematician.
Okay, so here is the US algorithm that we use in the United States. We are going to look at the place values. We're going to first ask ourselves 6 ones minus 4 ones will give us 2. Then we have that 2 right there is actually 2 tens, and the 8 is 8 tens. If you have 2 tens, you can't take away 8 tens. So we're going to go next door and regroup that 7 hundreds, and we're going to take away 100 to give it 6 hundreds, and we're going to give 10 tens. So now we have 12 tens minus 8 tens to have 4 tens left. So if we look next door, we have 6 hundreds and 5 hundreds. If we have 6 hundreds, we take away 5, we'll have 100 left. And we have 3,000s minus 1,000 will give us 2,000. So we see our answer is 2,142.
Okay, on the student side, not the teacher side where you took the notes, on the student side, I want you to practice your subtraction using whichever strategy you feel most comfortable with. I would suggest on this one trying to do the strategy where you change the numbers, that you would change both of them so you don't have to do all the regrouping. So just challenge yourself on this one, try it, and then try it the traditional way if that's what's best for you and see how accurate you were.